Good day, grade 8. I am your teacher, Marie.
Good day, grade 8. Now, we're going to discuss a new topic. Let us enjoy watching while learning. For the two triangle congruent, one pair of angle is clearly congruent. Thus, there are additional congruent shortcuts for right angle. These are the LL, LA, HA, and HL congruent theorems. So we can have the L for the latitude, H for the hypotenuse, and A for the altitude. So L represented as the leg of the given triangles, then H for the hypotenuse, and A for the altitude. So we have the LL congruence theorem or the leg congruence theorem. If the legs of one right triangles are congruent to the legs of the another right triangle, then the triangles are congruent. LA congruent theorem or the leg acute angle congruent theorem. If one leg and one acute angle of one right triangles are congruent to one leg and one acute another angles of another right triangles, then the triangles are congruent. We have the HA congruence theorem or the hypotenuse acute angle theorem congruent theorem. If the hypotenuse and one acute angle of one right angles are congruent to the hypotenuse and acute angle of another right triangles, then the triangles are congruent. HL congruence theorems or the hypotenuse leg congruent theorems. If the hypotenuse and one leg of one right triangles are congruent to the hypotenuse and one leg of another right triangles, then the triangles are congruent. Take note, LA congruence theorem and LR congruence theorem or HA congruent theorems and HL congruence theorems are used only if we have the right triangles. So let us have an example. Example number 6. So let ABC be a rectangles and let E and F be a point on AC such that DE is perpendicular to AC and BF is perpendicular to AC. Prove that triangle AED is congruent to triangle CFB. And here is the figures that we have. Now, this will be the proof of the given triangles, of the given ABC rectangles. So, DE is perpendicular to AC and BF is perpendicular to AC. It is given. Then we have triangle AED and triangle CFB or right triangles. Definition of right triangle. Then ABC is a rectangle. It is given. So we have segment AD is congruent to segment CB. Opposite side of a rectangle are congruent. Then we have AD is parallel to BC. Opposite side of a rectangle are parallel. Angle DAE is congruent to angle BCF. Alternate interior angle theorems. And then we have proof that triangle AED is congruent to triangle CFB by hypotenuse acute angle theorem or HA theorems. Equilateral triangles. If a triangle has three equal sides, there is also three congruent angles. So an equilateral triangle is also equiangular. An equilateral triangle has three 60-degree angles. So example number 7, given we have triangle XYZ is equilateral. Prove that triangle XYZ is equiangular. So here is the proof. We have the statement and given. So triangle XYZ is equilateral. It is given. Then we have segment XY is congruent to segment YZ. Definition of equilateral triangles. Angle X is congruent to angle Z isosceles triangle theorem base angle of an isosceles triangle are congruent. Then, segment XY is congruent to segment XZ. Definition of equilateral triangles. Then, we have the angle Y is congruent to angle Z. Isosceles triangle theorem base angle of isosceles triangle are congruent. Then angle X is congruent to angle Y is congruent to angle Z. It is transitive property. Therefore, we have proved that triangle XYZ is equiangular. Converse of isosceles triangle theorem. If two angles of triangles are congruent, then the side opposite those angles are also congruent. Example number 8 is, we have the given triangle XYZ is equiangular. Prove that triangle XYZ is equilateral. So this is the converse of the isosceles triangle theorem. So triangle XYZ is equiangular given. Therefore, we have the angle X congruent to angle Y and congruent to angle Z. It is definition of equiangular triangles. If angle X is congruent to angle Y, then segment YZ is congruent to segment XZ. Converse of isosceles triangle theorem. If angle Y is congruent to angle Z, then segment XZ is congruent to segment XY. Converse of isosceles triangle theorem. Segment XY is congruent to segment YZ and it is congruent to XZ. Transitive property. And then we have proved that triangles XYZ is equilateral by the definition of equilateral triangles. In a triangle, two sides are congruent if and only if opposite angles are also congruent. As consequence of this theorem, we can generalize that for any isosceles triangle with vertex angle X and the base angle Y, we have X is equal to 180 degree minus 2Y, then it is equal to 180 degree minus X all over 2. And here is the triangles that we have. A triangle is equilateral if and only if it is equiangular. The bisector of the vertex of an isosceles triangle is perpendicular to the base and its midpoint. So the following theorems are also helpful when dealing with isosceles triangles. So first, we have the angle opposite angle equal side or angle opposite angle side. Angle opposite to angle side of an isosceles triangle are equal. Side opposite equal angles. The side opposite to equal angle of a triangle are equals. To show you how we can apply the various theorems in the triangles, let us have the following examples. So, example number 9, on the given figures, find the value of x. So, the value of x is the angle E here. So, the given angle that we have is 110 degree. Then we have the angle 2, angle 1, angle C, and angle 3. Then we have the segment CD is congruent to segment DE. So here is the solution of the given figures that we have. The tick mark indicated that AC is equal to BC. So we have the AC is congruent to BC and CD is equal to ED. Or we have CD is congruent to ED. This means that triangle ABC and triangle CED are isosceles triangles. Hence, we have angle 2 is equal to 180 minus 2 times the measure of angle 1. Then it is equal 180 degree minus 2 times the measure of angle 1 that we have is, so the given angles that we have is 110 degree minus 180, it is equal to 70 degree. Therefore, angle 1 is equal to 70 degree. So we have 180 minus 2 times the measure of the angle 1 is 70 degree. Therefore, it is equal to 40 degree. But angle 2 is equal to angle 3, and it is vertical angle theorem. And we have angle 3 is congruent or equal to angle 4. Therefore, x is equal to 180 degree minus angle 4 is equal to 180 degree minus 40. Therefore, x is equal to 140 degree.
Thank you. Enjoy watching while learning. This is your teacher, Miss Marimar F. Figalan.